Canada and Mexico. Well, Donald Trump's decision to delay severe tariffs on US trading partners or sharply increasing duties on China has intensified trade war tensions but fueled a wave of market optimism. Taiwan stocks closed up a record 9.3%. In Asia, the stock exchange of Thailand opened strong and continued to climb as investors welcomed the tariff suspension. The Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong surged at the open and maintained upward momentum throughout the session. Despite the sharp tariff hike on Chinese goods, Shanghai markets opened higher and showed resilience. Tokyo's Nikkei surged more than 8%, while Seoul and Singapore each piled on more than 5%. Sydney and Jakarta gained more than 4%, with tech firms being the standout performers. Sony, Sharp, Panasonic and SoftBank chalked up double-digit gains, while airlines, car makers and casinos also enjoyed strong buying. Yesterday on Wall Street, the Nasdaq saw a dramatic surge, while the S&P 500 rebounded sharply, marking one of its strongest performances in years. Tech stocks led the rally, pushing all sectors higher and driving widespread market optimism. Well, joining us in the newsroom is Rema Hans, our associate producer at NewsX World, to provide us some more insight on these markets. Rema, what can you show us?
Thank you so much, Joshua. So I would like to start with Hong Kong first. Of course, as you rightly mentioned, while for Asia there is, of course, there's good news that what we are seeing right here. So Hang Seng has gone up by about 2.99%, which is about 605.46 points. The session is right now at 20,869.95. Of course, after United States announcement of the hefty tariffs, it was a bloodbath for the markets in the past couple of days for Asia, but now we can see that there's some amount of recovery here. Moving on to Nikkei, it's somewhat going down now. It's about there's a very slight difference. It's 0.60%, and it's gone down by 210.00 points. The session right now is at 34,650. So there is a decline here in Tokyo. Moving on to Kospi. So in Korea, the markets are looking slightly better. The points have gone up by 139.27, which is about 6.07%. The session right now stands at 2,432.97. And of course, this is a sharp, there's a significant difference from what we were seeing yesterday after a complete meltdown in the market in the past couple of days that globally that we have experienced. Moving on to Shanghai, right now, of course, the market has closed down, and of course, ultimately we will be able to see some amount of recovery in the couple of hours, perhaps. Moving on to United States, there is also Nasdaq has gone up significantly. It's about 12.16%. Nasdaq, just to tell you, of course, it contains all your, it's a collection of all your tech giants. So there is a significant rise here, which is about 1,857.06, by which it's gone up, and the session right now is at 17,124.97. Good news for Dow Jones as well. It's right now at 40,608.45. There is a sharp increase here. It's about 7.87%, which is about 2,962.86 points for Dow Jones as well, after yesterday's announcement for 104% tariffs rather for China. The US market was also somewhat seeing a decline, but right now there is a sign of recovery here. Moving on to S&P 500, the session is right now at 5,456.90, and there is of course 9.52% of increase that it's seen, which is about 474.13 points. However, if we talk about Indian market, Nifty 50 has gone down by 0.61%, which is 136.70 points. The session has closed at 22,399.15, and we will of course see some amount of recovery in the upcoming hours. Moving on to BSE Sensex, it's at 73,847.15, which is about 0.51% of a decline, and 379.93 of a sharp decline here as well. Joshua, of course, 125% of tariffs on China is somewhat going to affect the markets globally too, but for Asia, rest of Asia, there is some amount of relief. For United States also, there is some amount of recovery that we are seeing. However, this flip-flopping of tariffs still remains uncertain for markets. We'll see in the upcoming hours or the following days what it stands for the market. Back to you in the studio, Joshua.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Rema.